Welcome back to Weekends. My guest this hour is Major David McBride, who many, if not all of our viewers and listeners will be aware of, is facing a sentencing hearing in the middle of March, where his fate is unknown at this stage. And all of us are hoping, praying and begging, if you will, that David's work to expose war crimes will be appropriately dealt with, and at the very least, a suspended sentence and nothing more goes for that. David, this is a very, very challenging time for you, and I do appreciate that we can talk to you about your life, particularly this build up to this particular stage, in relation, of course, to your upbringing. An incredible story that, if anything, you're almost outdoing your father's work in many ways, in the way that you've been able to bring this to a head as we look over to the UK and watch in earnest to see if Julian Assange will be granted leave to be able to appeal, to also avoid being in this horrible predicament just for telling the truth. It's an unacceptable way of doing things. It's extraordinary and it's horrible at the same time. How are you holding up overall?
I go up and down. I feel great today. Speaking to you has absolutely lifted my spirits. In fact, it's quite good when I verbalize things. I often don't really know what's going on until I verbalize it. And speaking to you today has really, it reminds me that I'm so grateful for TNT. TNT's been a big part of my survival, I guess, because just the ability to be able to tell your story, to hear other people's stories, to empathize with them, to swap. This is what we're doing here today. And I have because being able to talk and being able, I've always said that it's never about me avoiding jail. It has been about people understanding that what you actually do stand for. That's what really matters. And so you talking about my book and me having the ability to tell my story is like gold. I mean, I grew up at boarding school. We grew up on the Second World War literature about, particularly the ones I like were prisoners of war camp, Colditz and things like that. And so being a prisoner of war is no disgrace, and being held within four walls is not necessarily something which should kill you. If you feel like you stand up for what you believe in, if you feel proud of what you've done, it's your own, and something I couldn't really go too much into your book, but I realized as my life went on, it's one's own conscience, which is the only thing that can really kill you. Or bullets can, but I guess, but generally it's your own mind, which is a powerful thing. And if you feel particularly bad about something that you have done, that can eat you up. Whereas if you don't, if you feel pretty good, the fact that you're confined within four walls won't be the end of the world. So, yeah, I'm grateful. The more I kind of say, yeah, well, I can do this. I've got friends. I'm proud of what I've done. The better I feel. I don't always wake up feeling great. I feel tired. I go up and down a bit. I try to stay fit, but as I said, the TNT and my friends like you do consider you a friend now. Your family, as I say, once you become in a circle and talk, and you get my story, your family. You're no longer a stranger, and whether we only see each other down the internet, it doesn't matter. Well, you may as well. I may as well have known you for 50 years because you fought. Once you fight alongside somebody, it's like the days of old Braveheart or something. You forge a sort of bond which is kind of unbreakable.
Incredible, because this is it seems to be the only way in an upside down world to change the world, that it takes brave people to be able to do brave things. and even suffer the consequences. And I'm always reminded of Nelson Mandela being locked up on Robben Island for 27 years and coming out and becoming president of South Africa, and in many ways changing the world. And whilst no one wants that to happen to anyone else, it's a very firm reminder of the great things that have to happen out of unfortunately out of adversity.